Hi, welcome to another edition of the Healing Mama Show. I am Sharon Shoemaker, joined here with Brittney Hobbs. And yeah, we just want to take a minute to welcome you into our space, invite you to just take a breath and slow things down so that you can feel a little more resourced, join in some juicy conversations that will help support you moving through whatever motherhood has kind of brought up in your awareness or in your field. And yeah, if you have a candle or a cup of tea and would like to join us in just setting the sacredness of what happens and what unfolds when two or more women or mamas come together and yeah, just yeah, allow us to check in with ourselves, to feel supported and to feel a sense of solidarity in the sisterhood that we're weaving together here. Brittney, do you want to take a minute and just kind of ground us into this space and kind of open the container?
Sure. Yeah, so as long as you're not driving or doing anything else that requires your full attention, you just want to take a moment to really close your eyes and breathe into your body, whether your focus is on the air entering your nostrils or your lungs or your belly. Bringing yourself fully into this present moment and what sensations you're having in your body. Do you feel tight and tense? Or are you laid back and relaxed? Are you curious? Are you focused? Do you feel your feet on the ground or your clothing touching your skin? How tuned in are you to your body? And with each exhale, just allowing your awareness to sink a little bit deeper into your body, into the present, and out of the busy, busy mind, out of the future, out of the past, and into the present moment that is your breath, that are your sensations. And with that, you can come into this space again.
Thank you.
Mhm.
My body is very appreciative of that moment to slow down even deeper. Yeah, with the holidays upon us, I know that even if you have positioned yourself in a way to not get caught up in all the hubbub and all the chaos of the consumerism aspect of the holidays. I think the desire to create traditions or uphold traditions or to create memories and meaning into these fleeting years and these seasons, like our bodies and our nervous systems can still get overwhelmed or caught up in what they feel like they should be doing. And I know many conscious mamas choose to try not to should themselves, but I feel like our bodies and our nervous systems and our minds have that naturally woven, and it's a practice to not should ourselves.
Mhm. I agree, and if it's a collective energy too. So even if we have removed ourselves or are in the process of doing that or haven't, it's still a collective energy. There's buzzing all around. There's people who are stressed or worried. And it's important for us to take time to kind of let go of what's not ours, what we've picked up being out and about, and to really ground in. But yeah, it is totally a part of our nervous systems and our at a cellular level because we grew up most likely in that energy and that way of being also.
Yeah, and I love that you brought in the aspect of it being the collective, and also knowing that culturally and where people are positioned in the world dictates, what holidays or what is unfolding. I know that my familiar experience of the holidays, there was obviously some religious underpinnings that were meant to be like connected with this time of the year and the seasons. But I feel like the overarching like emphasis and prioritizing on the consumptions and the gifts and the wish lists and things like that trumped that. And I know as a mama, I'm really wanting to not have any time of year be just solely about consumption and about me energy. And I don't think that my parents or grandparents or a family ever wanted to cultivate that in me. But I think naturally, when we start looking at wish lists and making it all about the stories around who's going to give you what, I think that gets activated within us. And so I know for myself, we've tried to move away from doing gifts as unschoolers or homeschoolers or lifelong learners. If my child is interested in something in June, it doesn't make sense for me to wait to gift it to them or to hold out for half a year so that I can give it to them on Christmas. And so throughout the year, as we're able to and like to afford to buy them things that they want, like, and not wait till Christmas, I know that we've gifted them plenty throughout the year and met their needs and fulfilled their interests. And yet I still feel within me this sense of like, oh my gosh, are they going to have anything to open on Christmas? And we've tried to override that by doing more experiences as presents or scavenger hunts on Christmas morning. But that still is very much alive in me, knowing that I just got my children something that they really wanted and needed and are using at this time. But that means that we might not have the money to buy them more for them to have something to open on Christmas. So that's kind of like the dance that I've been moving through the last handful of years.
Yeah, and it's so tricky. I know we still do gifts and stockings, but we've shifted towards things that they need. We live up in the winter and our kids are constantly outgrowing their snow pants and their mittens and so focusing on buying them things that they do need and that are coming up during this season, but of course they needed them a little sooner because we got a really early cold snap. So we're like, okay, well, this was intended for Christmas. So here you go. Um, Mostly to help them feel like when they get to Christmas and there's not like what they were expecting, it's like, oh, well, we've kind of sprinkled it out over time too.
Yes, but our bodies and our nervous system and our minds are constantly at work trying to unpack that and defend ourselves or justify it. And same with like the holidays, we're getting ready to move. And so to put up decorations, which honestly we don't really even have that many of. We left them in Florida while we're down here in Costa Rica for the past few years. And that was a huge part of our tradition, was decorating a tree and getting a tree and going to see boat parades and going to see all the Christmas lights around town and getting hot chocolate and going on that drive. And none of that is available to me here. And I feel that energy of wanting to create meaning and cultivating memories and making the most of these fleeting years, but also knowing that I don't have the resources and don't have those things available to me. And so really wanting to work on letting go and then speaking this into my family so that then they get inspired after I said this, then they're out there cutting up little snowmen and doing little crafts that, which again, I've had to let go because when I decorate a Christmas tree, I have a very like a vision of what it should look like, and certain ornaments hang on certain branches better based on weight and size and positioning and dimension, and so yeah, having children and wanting them to be really a part of this like season requires me to let go a lot and to not control and to just allow life to unflow and unfold and see what flows.
I was just thinking how I should send a picture of our Christmas tree, that we have all the ornaments, that have been gotten for Brandon and myself through childhood and that we've gotten the kids, but I hand them the ornament and they find the spots. So it might be like really heavy in this area and really light and like there's nothing at the top. Or
Yeah.
and also, since we live in the woods, we started, we go out and get our own tree, but we look for the tree that, in theory, which I'm still disagree with my husband, but that needs to be thinned from the group. So normally those ones don't have a back, like don't really have
Mm.
back branches because they were all the way up and the branches are maybe like a lot softer, right? They're
Yeah.
not cultivated to be Christmas trees. But in doing that, we have been cultivating meaning with that. We take the time to take out an offering for the tree and its family that surrounds it, and I have the kids put their hands on the tree that we choose and ask it for permission. And then we offer, last year it was some little crystals that we had gone to one of the local mountains and found on our own. And this year it was mixing some honey, local honey into the water. And then we poured that to the tree itself and then to its little family around it. And we sing Christmas tree to it before
Oh,
we ever touch it. And so it's turned into like a really fun tradition, but it's also brought a lot of meaning and connection to nature. And yeah, so that's how we've been kind of navigating traditions, but bringing our own intentions and awareness and alignment to it.
that sounds so magical. I will be living vicariously through you in your little winter wonderland. I know last year we got a little tree from a garden that was in a pot with the intention of not wanting to cut down another tree. And we had the hopes of like being able to cultivate it and tend to it so that it would be with us for multiple years. But I don't know if the lights got left on it too long, but it ended up not surviving. So yeah, so now we're watching some of our friends' stuff. We're holding it for them while they're out of town, and they have a little plastic Christmas tree. So we pulled it out and maybe we'll throw some things on it. But yeah, just like how do we allow ourselves to, if we're either strapped on money or if we are wanting to navigate things more consciously of like not cutting down a tree or wanting to not do like the whole consumerism thing, like how do we create these new traditions? And I think it's such a beautiful journey because our children get to see us reflecting on these. They get to be a part of like creating brand new things, and these rituals and these like ceremonial ways of living and like holding reverence for nature and for the seasons, like it allows our, it's like this is the legacy, like this is what our children are going to be grappling with themselves, if they move away from a certain area or they don't have the things that they got used to, like it inspires them to be able to make the most out of what they have and out of these moments. And so it's really, really, yeah, beautiful to be able to be living this right now.
And I also, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing either. We're not as far into the journey as I would like to be, but honoring everybody else's needs in the family and the traditions they want to hold on to or not ready to let go of. And how can we weave in the things that would bring more meaning, and just talk about the things that are present and let it slowly shift over time rather than forcing it,
I love that. Yeah, no, that's so beautiful. And speaking of more traditions and things like that, we have a holiday show, our Christmas show that my daughter and son are going to be in. So we're wanting to keep this call nice and short so that I can have space to get ready. And we just hope that this is an invitation for everyone to take a look at like what their traditions are, how they've served them, how they don't serve them, if they light you up or if they feel heavy, and come together with your family and create new ones that serve you and create new opportunities to leave this legacy of what this season means and give meaning to it.
I love that. And we would love to hear what some of your traditions are and shifts that you've made to offer up inspiration to all of us. So if you would share in the comments, that would be amazing.
Yes, please. We would love that. And yeah, share, let us know what some of your favorite things are so that we can be inspired. And may likely next week we'll circle back around to some of these and maybe we can share some more of the things that other people have brought up so that we can all continue to grow and give meaning to this, yeah, these special times, which is really just life, this sacredness of life, right? Making meaning and magic out of every moment, not just because it's a holiday or a special day of the year.
Yes, I love it.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us this week, and we look forward to having another call. And with that, we invite you to call back all of your energy, stay connected through your heart and through the non-physical realms of this beautiful container and sanctuary that we're creating. And we look forward to seeing you all next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.